Calvin. He been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had to train Tank, when I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together, I used to take him to work with me. And he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it, like, focus on the goal, you know, and them guys, they went left, and unfortunately, they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like daggers. Do you want him to go to jail, or you want him to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
If I ain't had the people I had around me, like the people that started with me and things like that, I probably would have been off the scene for a long time.
What happens when loyalty turns into betrayal and legends clash with rising stars? Floyd "Money" Mayweather, the undefeated icon who redefined boxing, is facing one of his most explosive challenges yet. Not from a fighter in the ring, but from someone he once considered family, Gervonta-Davis. The prodigy Mayweather groomed for greatness has transitioned from protégé to rival, and this time it's personal. At the heart of this chaos is Calvin Ford, the former coach of Gervonta-Davis and the man who shaped his career. Ford has now teamed up with Floyd under Mayweather Promotions, igniting a firestorm. A public confrontation between Floyd and Tank escalated into a fiery argument, culminating in an all-out brawl that left the boxing world stunned. This isn't just about pride. It's a battle for power, legacy, and control. Buckle up, because this story is packed with drama, punches, and shocking revelations. It all started with a business decision or betrayal, depending on who you ask. Calvin Ford, the coach who stood by Gervonta-Davis through thick and thin, recently made headlines by joining Mayweather Promotions. While the move seemed strategic for Calvin, it felt like a knife to the back for Gervonta-Davis. Why? Because Calvin isn't just any coach, he's the man who transformed Gervonta-Davis into a knockout artist, guiding him from the gritty gyms of Baltimore to sold-out arenas. Calvin and Gervonta-Davis were an unbreakable duo, but now Ford's allegiance with Floyd has created a ripple effect no one could have anticipated.
Want to see you as a guy that's in his trainer, that's like a father figure to him. You're training him all the time. You know him. Both y'all from the streets of Baltimore the whole bit. Who do you want to see Tank fight next?
I want him to get all of them that ran there.
Gervonta-Davis has always been vocal about his rocky relationship with Floyd, accusing him of being controlling and dismissive of his growth. But adding Calvin Ford to Floyd's camp felt like the ultimate betrayal. Gervonta-Davis, typically known for keeping things quiet, couldn't hold back this time. The confrontation between Floyd and Tank began at a public charity event in Las Vegas, which was meant to be a peaceful gathering, but quickly spiraled into chaos. In front of cameras, Tank confronted Floyd, calling him out for signing Calvin Ford to his team. Gervonta reportedly shouted, "You took the one person who had my back. You can't stand to see me win without you." Floyd, never one to back down, fired back. "I made you, Tank? Don't forget who gave you this platform. You think Calvin's gonna help you beat me? Keep dreaming." As the argument heated up, the tension in the crowd grew palpable. Witnesses described the exchange as explosive, with both men shouting over each other. Tank accused Floyd of sabotaging his career out of jealousy, while Floyd claimed that Tank was ungrateful for everything he'd done for him. It wasn't surprising. Floyd has long been vocal about how he feels Tank has failed to show gratitude for his mentorship.
My thing is, I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great things about him, always pushed him to constantly be disrespectful, when all I ever been was respectful to try to help this fighter go as far as he could possibly go. That's all.
Gervonta-Davis longed for the verbal exchange to escalate into a full-blown fistfight. Things took a dramatic turn with Gervonta-Davis Floyd, and all hell broke loose. Members from both camps rushed in to separate the two, but the tension was already at a boiling point. Soon enough, punches started flying. Video footage from the incident shows Gervonta-Davis swinging at one of Floyd's team members, while Floyd himself was held back by several people, struggling to get free. The chaos unfolded in front of a stunned crowd, and it quickly became clear that this was no longer just a dispute between mentor and protégé. It was an all-out personal battle with both sides willing to go to extreme lengths.